For this Delta Math recording, we are doing reflecting a figure over a line. This is level 1, and this is different than many of the questions that we dealt with in Big Ideas because they are focusing not just on reflecting an image or a point over our x-axis or over our y-axis. You need to be able to reflect over different lines. And so sometimes, I want you to think of it this way. It's like you have a mirror in a room and you can place that mirror wherever you want. And so think about how your reflection will look as you are moving that mirror around. It's going to change, right? So you just have to adapt to where your mirror for you on these problems. So the question says, reflect the figure over the line y equals -1. Okay, sorry, it's a little bit blurry right there. So I don't want you to be thrown off by the fact that we have this line equaling -1. All that means is if you look at your y-axis, go to -1, and that's where your line is going to crisscross all the way. And I know it's a little bit hard to see on this camera image right now, but the idea is the same. So what you need to do is just take one point at a time. Imagine that that line of reflection, in this case, y equals -1, imagine that that line of reflection is the mirror. How many steps away is each point from the mirror? And so your reflection is going to be the same amount of steps away the opposite direction. So like if this is the point we're focusing on, imagine this is a little guy standing here and he's looking at a mirror and he's 2 steps away. So he's 1 step, 2 steps away. So his reflection is going to be 1 step, 2 steps away, the opposite direction. Okay. And you have to do it for each point, and you just have to be very careful that you're staring straight at the mirror from wherever you are and going the opposite direction. Don't count to the axis, count to the mirror, the line of reflection. So this dot right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps away from our reflection mirror. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps away would be the other reflected image, right? So let's do this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to the mirror. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to the mirror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which makes sense. These guys are on the same level in this original image, in our pre-image, and then that one's going to be on the same line in that image as well. This is the last one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So away from the mirror the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And it's a little bit funky, but when you connect those dots, something like that, okay, I would take my time if I was on Delta Math to make sure I did that right. And oops, I'm giving away the answer here. There we go. So that's what it would look like. And when they show you in that explanation, take sure that you did right. It's one of those things that's pretty easy. It's just visually, you got to really take the time to make sure you've done it right. Okay. So then the next question we have here is, my computer is just super sleepy today. It says, and you can't maybe read it, it says reflect the figure over the line x equals 4. So this time we're looking at our x-axis. Okay, that's our mirror. So now we're going to reflect this direction. Okay, so we're looking at how many steps it took to get to our mirror, and then we're doing the same amount of steps in the opposite direction. Okay. All right. So this little guy right here is a little hard to tell, is 1 step away from the mirror to the right. So we're going to go 1 step away to the left. We're 1, 2, 3 steps away. So 1, 2, 3 the other direction. The distance here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last one's 2 steps away. So I'm going to go 2 steps the opposite direction. Once I get all my points labeled, then I connect them. I don't try to connect them before because it usually, in my mind, sort of like makes it a little bit harder for me to visualize. And that is it. So if you want to see the, if you're not sure, again, take the time to look at your mistakes on Delta Math and see how they explain it, and that will help you visualize it as well. Just remember the steps away from the mirror, whether you're going up and down or left and right. Step away from the mirror and the reflection will do the same.